Hey guys, PhantomZwei here, and it's time to stream a bit more Love Live School Idol Festival. Today we're going to be doing a bit of the JP Medley Festival on the Japanese server, as well as a bit of the Hanayo Token event on the English server. So, without further ado, let's hop right into it. I'm going to try to play a few EX songs here. Hey, what's up, Excellento? How you doing today? To get the perfect lock or not to get the perfect lock, I guess I'm gonna go for it this time. I've been kind of flipping back and forth with that. Not really sure if it's worth it or not yet, but let's give it a go this time. This is actually the song that I've been playing, you know, mostly since it got released on the English server yesterday, you know, for the Hanayo Token event. Because I really don't like Takaranos or whatever all that much. And I'd already achieved an S rank in terms of playing Oh Love and Peace. So, by default, this song kind of won. I also like the beat map to this song quite a bit. I like all those triple beats and, you know, the back and forth sort of, almost like drum rolls. Solo raid! I appreciate it, Shizuku. All the perfect locks that I have that are in the blue there, those are ones that I bought before I went into the event. You can spend 50,000 gold and grab a few of those. This is not Fate Stay Night, Tompkins. But it is Fate Hollow Ataraxia. You're right, Illusion. How you guys doing? And screw you, Tompkins, as always. Oh, man. But I do have a decent number of perfect locks actually on this pure team too. Lost a couple of my perfect locks there. I think I lost two. Oh, there's the third one. I love you, Pito Station. Why don't you love me back? Oh, there it went. That part messes me up almost every time. There went all my defenses. Oh, I am going to be doing the Hanayo event, Shizuku, but I'm running once through the Medley Festival real quick. Because I had enough LP for it, basically. I still gotta watch the new Fate Stay Night anime. I haven't actually watched it yet. I've still got to reinstall Fate Stay Night actually on this computer. I haven't done that. And I also haven't gotten Ian no Sally on this computer yet. Okay, well I am going to get an S score, so that's nice. Most of the credit goes to the ultra rare Ren, of course, but hey, she can't do it alone. Only gonna get like a B combo, but you know, could be worse. I'll tell you though, Shizuku, I'm gonna want that many perfect locks when some of those upcoming EX songs come to the English server. You know, like Soldier Game and Beaten Angel and all that kind of stuff, the 12 stars. You streamed for so long you didn't use your LP for 13 hours? Woo! Of course that only makes sense. Oh, look at that, I got one of Nico's siblings. So was it 13 hours straight of Persona that you streamed? Alright, so that's going to be it for the Medley Festival. I'm not using any LP. Oh, I got 50 LP now. I can do a roll sometime soon. And that's the reason that I haven't been, you know, playing the Medley Festival more. So I want to do another 10-1 roll on the Japanese server. Alright, but yeah. More Sweet and Sweet Holiday. Sounds like it was a fun stream. It's kind of funny you fell asleep on stream. Let's see. Not bad at all. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. The new song. I'm kind of been saving my event points for the EX version, but I'll try it after I. Well, actually, I was about to say after I get the Hanayo, but I'm not going to be able to get that many points just from playing EXs. I'll try it soon. Not sure when exactly. I have heard, actually, from numerous people that the event song is pretty hard, even in the hard version. So, I should give it a go. Okay. Help me out, Pattern. I need your help, Shizuku. Give me that score boost. So, you know, one of my soft goals for this event is to, you know, S rank this song, triple S it. I think I've only played it like 40 times or something so far, so I've got a long way to go. But I also haven't spent any LP yet in this event, so obviously, since I'm streaming now, I'll start doing that now. Did I say LP? I meant Love Gems. Ha! Fuck you, Tompkins. Maki Love is so real. I know, right? Actually, I didn't make another overlay because I didn't plan on streaming today, but hey, that's okay. But the Maki Love is real. I just meant for this to kind of be an overlay that I used for, you know, the last event. But, you know, I don't really know what I would do if I wanted to make a Hanayo overlay. Like maybe just a rice bowl in the background and like at the bottom or the top, maybe the bottom and the top, right? Tasukete there! You know, help me or something. I don't know. I don't know. And your best Love and Peace. Oh man, how many beats is Love and Peace? 457? Yeah, that's pretty close. Was that a combo? Shizuku? Oh, A combo height. Duh. Never mind, ignore that. I was just reading that as like A combo as in, hey, I got A combo. Fate Grand Order. No, that's new to me, Illusion. What's that? I think that's all my pure friends. So it's time to start using non-friends. Tried combo on other ones now. Sweet and Sweet Holiday is easier than Takaranos to me, but your mileage may vary. But, as I'm sure that you've heard me say, Shizuku, I just don't like Takaranos. It's like my least favorite song that I think I've heard in the game. Do you really like Love and Peace, Shizuku? Japan only. Is it a game? Only 15 plays in. Well, you know, it's not much to get an A combo, so just kind of go with what you want to play, right? Type move gender bent Charlemagne. She's not a saber clone. Yeah, I'm stunned that there's a saber that doesn't look just like, you know, Arturia. What a strange concept, not to recycle your character design again and again. I mean, I understand why they do it, because it's been so successful for them, but still, it is kind of lazy. Just getting all the Cocos. Owl would be proud, but then he would be irritated that I've been deleting them. 34,000. I'm not exactly high in the rankings right now. We got 5 minutes. Maybe I'll go back and, like, just stupidly use some LP here. Oh, first I need to go ahead and feed a few idols anyway. I got this super rare Nozomi, actually, from a scouting ticket that I got from the last event. Just major luck on that one. Pretty unusual. No level 1s, huh? I forget that the levels are strange that you get in the Medley Festival for the idols. Then I've got the super rare Umi. Do I have the rare Umi idolized? Or the pure Umi, the rare one? I don't know. Oh wait, actually, they have the notations on them, don't they? What does that even mean? The little face with the bow on it. Do I not even have the card? Because I know that the, Cherry Blossom, that means they're idolized, right? Or is that Max Bond? I forget. Yes, Shizuku. The Oppai Nozomi is coming. That Snowboard Hanayo was a great card. I like that one a lot. Do I have that Umi? Do I have that Umi? That's not the Umi. Now, do I have her sitting at some strange level? Because if not, that might just be an Umi that I don't have on the Japanese server. No, wait, she's right here. She's right there. She's staring me in the face. Okay. That took entirely too long. Okay. There you are. Let me feed Umi to Umi. Some strange cloning stuff going on in the Love Live universe. It's the meta they never tell you about. Okay, and the cool card I'm working on is the Maki, right? Yeah. What's that, the Korakara no Someday Maki, I think? Oh wait, there's still some smile cards there I didn't use. Oops. Oops. So let's grab the Nozomi again. Ah! It keeps crashing on that screen. I just keep having that trouble. It happens to me, it's happened to me like 4 times since the last update in the Japanese game. The game's crashed on the, while I'm, leveling up idols. This is definitely not Idol Master. It's also apparently not a working game. Come on, Japan. All I want to do is feed Nozomi a few scummy idols. You can do it. Connect to Japan. I know you can do it. I have faith in you. My faith is misplaced. Okay, I'm gonna give it a few seconds here. And if not, we'll go back to the English version. Hey! It happened. Now don't lock up. Please. Just don't lock up. Now that's it, right? Good. Oh, there was a cool card. Whatever. She can wait. Sitting at the very end of the list. Lots of people doing lots of things. And there is the Nico kid. I think that she's a smile, or rather a skill increase card, if I remember right. Oh no, Zoro. I cannot read Japanese. Not even the slightest bit. Oh, she means the Japanese version. Alright. Oh, come on. Game. Look at my LP at the top of the screen. We're desynced. I love it when this happens. Let's go ahead and download the song. Might as well, right? Ah, it's this song. Okay. Yet you can navigate through this game. Well, this is the English version right here. So, you know. I've played the English version for almost a full year now. I started back at the first Nico event, because I just stumbled upon this game, actually. I didn't know about, you know, Love Live or, you know, the anime or anything, and I happened upon this game. I found it fun, and, you know, kind of spiraled out of control from there. So yeah, I know the menus of this game quite well. The common menus. I don't really navigate through the settings and stuff very often, but you know, other than that, I can navigate through quite easily, even on the Japanese version. Just a matter of playing the game too much in the English version. But really, is there such a thing as too much Love Live? Well, actually, there probably is, and you can just ask BB Senpai and Umida about what that is. And what that is going for a 1 million score and playing the game 16 hours a day. That's too much Love Live, even for me. Pretty sure that I'll never have the dedication to do anything quite like that. I think it might be fun to do a marathon type stream sometime, but not for, you know, what was it, 9 days straight, I think. It's like Kawaii Guitar Hero. You know, I kind of like that, Zoro. Nico's Bro from the Melody. That's also a skill card, right, Shizuku? Idol Hero. You said it, Shizuku. You know they're making a new Guitar Hero and Rock Band game. Back in the day, I played a lot of the original Guitar Hero for PlayStation 2, but I never really got into it beyond that. Oh, I unlocked the second Hanayo story. I'll go ahead and play both stories for anyone who hasn't seen them. Maybe we'll come back and play a little more, but I haven't seen the second story yet, so... Alright, good deal. Let's go to story 1 first. There's not much to it, but... Uh-oh. What could it be? Hey there, thanks Voide? Voida? How are you liking Heaven's Feel Route? I like Heaven's Feel Route, but I prefer Ultimate Blade Works. I have not been watching the Ultimate Blade Works anime, but I want to. I just... Honestly, I haven't put aside the time, to be honest. Okay, so it works the same on any color card. Gotcha. Oh no! Hanayo is in a pinch! Voide? Okay, gotcha. Oh no, how will she overcome this truly atrocious problem? Let's find out in the next episode of Why Do I Get So Hungry School Idol Diary promotional event of School Idol Festival. Apparently she waited until lunch. Problem solved. Rin is easily my favorite, you know, of the Fate girls, so yeah, I definitely want to watch it. Are you trivializing Hanayo's hunger? Are you? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't make light of Hanayo's hunger. It would do a disservice. They put the face in text. Oh crap, they're giving it a level 10 RPG rating. Yeah, Zoro, it follows Sakura's route. I bet you it won't. But we'll have to find out more about that in Story 3. They are quite interesting, Illusion. I have no idea what's going on. She's hungry. That's pretty much it, Thomas. The School Idol Diary events, like this one, you know, when you go to the event, it says, you know, School Idol Diary promotional event. All of the School Idol Diaries will have, you know, stories like this. I don't think that any of the other events, you know, have these types of things, but I think that all the, like, recent token events have been like this. I could be wrong, but I think so. Exactly, Zoro. Zoro understands. That's pretty much it. Alright. More Sweetie Sweet Holiday. Seems an appropriate song for Hanayo's hunger as well, right? Song about sweets. チョコレートおいしい。Yeah, Zoro, this does have an anime, as Illusion said. If you want to find it, it's just called Love Live School Idol... School Idol Festival? No, wait. School Idol Festival is the game. I forget. Anyway, if you look it up, something like that, you'll find it. It's not bad. And it's quite cute, as you'd expect. I like the characters in this game / anime quite a bit. Play this song again and again because I plan to triple S it throughout the event, Zoro. I'm planning to play it 120 times, basically. Because when you play it 120 times, you get a love gem, which is the currency you can use to do special rolls in the game for, you know, rare idols. Or, what I've been doing more often is just use them to play more. See, I've only played this song 51 times. Down at the bottom on the clear times, you can see 51. And over here, the goal for the Love Gem is 120. So, that's pretty much it. Love and Peace, I've already triple S'd. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. And, Takara Monos, I don't like that much. I just don't like this song very much. It all depends on how much you like rhythm games, Zoro. I love rhythm games, and I also like anime, and I like the collectible card sort of trope this game has as well. So it really appeals to the things that I like. And there's a lot of songs in it. It comes out with new songs all the time. So. But yeah, if you're the sort of person who wants to continuously be doing something different and doesn't really like to practice and try to perfect something, you're not going to like it. Well, you're not going to like it for long. You probably enjoy it for a little bit. Because I think one way or another the game is fun. But maybe I'm crazy. Before I use another Love Gem, I'm going to do a bit of quick math and see where I am in terms of my next level up, to see if I can possibly kind of maximize what I'm going to get out of it, because I always try to do that when it's possible. When you're streaming, though, you know, it's a little harder. So obviously I just don't want dead air while I wait for an hour. So I'll kind of see what makes sense. Yeah, 120 times, Illusion. You two might be surprised to know that I've done that for many, many songs in this game already. It might sound crazy to you, but there are people who are a lot more hardcore than me. And see, I think they're crazy. No, I don't really... I mean, I have a couple of figures, but I haven't bought a figure in years, and I've never bought a manga, actually. I do like anime, but I don't really... I guess it's like, I used to be really into anime, and now I still kind of enjoy it, but I don't really watch much new stuff. So, I guess you could say that I'm an old anime fan who's kind of becoming an old man. I don't know. I'm more of a... I guess I identify more as a gamer than as an otaku. Because I've been playing games since I was like 3 years old. Whereas, you know, I didn't really start watching anime until I was like 10 or 11. And while I was really into it for a while, it never really superseded video games for me. With that said, I do enjoy the... Oh geez, messed that up. I do enjoy sort of the, you know, the marriage of games and anime in a lot of lot of different types of games like that. So. I guess I just hesitate to call myself an otaku since, like, I don't really watch anime these days. And I definitely don't read manga or anything. I never really got into that. Because I was never into, like, even collecting American comic books or anything. It just seemed, I don't know, it seems like a really expensive hobby to me. Of course, then again, I would, turn around and also, I bought many $60 games in my day, so, I don't know. Yeah, some of my favorite animes. That's a tough question, because I haven't really thought about that in a long time. I was really into Trigun for a good long time. Like a lot of people, I really enjoyed Death Note. Back in the old days, like when I was a kid, I used to love Ranma 1/2 and Ronin Warriors when it came on TV. But I wouldn't say those are some of my favorites. It's really tough. Clannad is really good, but that comes from a visual novel. Yeah, I'd have to think about that. Hang on, let me do a bit of quick math here. I'm gonna pull up the calculator on my computer. So, 4582 minus 4165 divided by 83. Okay, so I need basically 6 more EX songs. So that's enough for one more gem, and then maybe I'll play the event song on hard a few times to kind of put me over the edge. Alright. Hey there, Hobojin? Yeah, that's gonna be my goal, getting a triple S on it. Yeah, Clannad's fantastic, isn't it? I'm actually excited about, that getting a English translation, an official English translation. From Sekai Project. I know I'll be buying that. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank, mostly in terms of, like, my favorite animes. But yeah, I was definitely, am still definitely more into visual novels than I am like traditional anime or manga, obviously. So, which is, really unusual, I know, but it's true. I guess I just kind of felt like, to me, visual novels married a lot of things that I really enjoy. And to kind of summarize a few of those. In games, I love feeling like I have a choice. Even if I don't really have a choice, the illusion of choice is great, because it makes me... I've always been kind of a role player in that kind of mindset. So if I get the choice, that makes me feel more like I'm making a choice in terms of putting myself in the shoes of the character that I am. You know, I love it. Visual novels give you a measure of choice. They also have the merits of, you know, not really being limited in length like a traditional anime would be, which I really like. And hey, I'm a healthy guy. What's not to like about visual novels, right? What are my favorite visual novels? Go to sleep with Happy Holiday in your head. Definitely Fate Stay Night is up there for me. It is one of my favorite visual novels. I really do also like Little Busters is really, really good. I had a lot of fun with that one. That one married a lot of humor with some good drama, which is kind of Key's niche, I guess. I kind of enjoy the way that Key does those games. I like Clannad a lot. I like Canon a lot too. I think my favorite of their games is kind of a toss-up between Clannad and Little Busters, though I really like both of them a lot. And Phantom Inferno, obviously, is one that's high up there. I don't know if that would hold up as well now, but that's also one of my first visual novels back in the day. And it's where my namesake comes from. That's why. I really, really enjoyed Kana Little Sister back in the day, but again, I'm not sure how well that would hold up. That was one of the first visual novels that like really impacted me when I was younger. So, I still have a review of that back on my YouTube channel from like 8, 9, maybe even 10, probably not 10 years ago. I don't think I've been on YouTube for 10 years. That would be a bit much, but for a long time. So, you know, that one has a special place, even though I don't know how well it would necessarily hold up. The same goes for Hourglass of Summer, but that one, like, isn't one that's, you know, I know that one would hold up that great. But, again, when I was, you know, considerably younger, it was one of my first visual novels, and, you know, one that I really liked a lot. I know a lot of people really, really like Love Alternative. I feel like it's kind of overrated, which, you know, I'm just kind of putting that out there. I do like it a lot. Jisenjo no Mao is actually a visual novel that I like a lot. I feel like it's a little underrated. Because to me, like, if you put Love Alternative and Jisenjo no Mao next to each other, I'm going to want to play Jisenjo no Mao over Love Alternative probably almost every time. But, you know, that's just me. Oh man, I broke my combo. Oh yeah, I want to play Decapo 3 too. Decapo 2 is like one of my guilty pleasure visual novels. Like, I recognize that it doesn't do anything incredibly well. Like, you know, it doesn't have a standout plot by any stretch of the imagination. A lot of the characters are pretty stereotypical, but I just really like it a lot. And, you know, my little sort of review, quote-unquote, of Decapo 2, I kind of say as much on my YouTube channel, but, yeah, I like Decapo 2 a whole lot. Decapo 1, considerably less, but I did enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Decapo 3 is like. I've avoided the anime for that reason, even though I probably would have watched it otherwise. Nekopara I have not played, actually. Whole Bulging. Hey there, Respiteful, how you doing? I know that a lot of people think that Nekopara is, like, so cute that it'll give you cavities. But, beyond that, I know pretty much nothing about it. I'll probably buy it when it goes on sale on Steam. But, it's not really something that I've felt the need to rush out and buy. I feel like it's been the sort of the year of exposure for visual novels in the West. Because they've just kind of grown by leaps and bounds this past year. You know, getting onto Steam, you know, much more is a big deal for them. And along with that, just so many more translations are coming out, which I have no complaints about. I'm really excited for, again, Decapo 3. I'm also really excited for Sei Narukana, which is the sequel to Ii no Asalia, or Asalia the Eternal if you prefer. Which again is another one of those guilty pleasure games, because I feel like that game is a better RPG than it is a visual novel. But, like, its plot is a little immature, I guess, in terms of, like, its presentation and its perspective on events, but I still feel like it's got a good deal of charm, and it does certain things really well that I feel like, you know, certain visual novels don't. It's weird, I feel like it's kind of inconsistent. Asalia, I can't talk. Asalia the Eternal, like, it feels like they could have done so well with the world building. Because they went out of their way to kind of, like, establish the Saint Yodo's language, and you know, kind of even have the, you know, the voice actresses for the game speaking in that language that they made up, you know, for the first little bit of the game, particularly Asperia. And then, like, they just don't really do a good job of establishing anything beyond that, like the culture, or, like, the differences in the kingdoms. Like, it's all very cartoony, you know, like Saturday morning cartoony, almost. My opinion. Hey, Eth, how you doing? That one about pigeons, though? Oh, yeah, that's Hato Boyfriend, right? Yeah. I've never played that one. I never even watched a Let's Play of it, even though, like, numerous people I follow on YouTube have played it. I've always been like, I don't know, this is a little too weird for me, I guess. I should at least look at it, but yeah. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy games, Zoro. I've not played all of them. In fact, I've only probably played like half of them, like the main entry ones. I didn't even start until 7. I played 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 to 12, and 13. So, Final Fantasy VII was, you know, one of my absolute favorite games ever. I don't know if it would, again, hold up all that well now, because I haven't played it in over a decade, but, you know, it still holds a special place for me. Final Fantasy VIII, I was never huge into, but, you know, I particularly enjoyed the ending of that game back in the day. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, in case anyone here has not played it and might want to, but, Final Fantasy IX is one of those games that I feel like a lot of people really enjoy, but I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum again, and feeling like I didn't really like Final Fantasy IX all that much. And I think part of that might just be that, you know, that was a much more traditional, sort of medieval fantasy Final Fantasy game. And I'm much more into, like, modern or futuristic fantasy than I am, like, medieval fantasy in general. I've definitely, you know, there's sort of medieval-ish fantasy stuff that I enjoy, but I feel like it needs to be done better for me to really get invested in it than something that is, like, modern or futuristic. You know, that's one of the reasons that I like Fate Stay Night so much, I think, is that the characters and the aesthetic and all that are all just very modern, and I prefer that. Which is, again, another thing that I actually liked about Final Fantasy VIII, even though there are, you know, many things about Final Fantasy VIII I didn't like all that much. I like Final Fantasy X a lot, actually, but a lot of that kind of goes to the combat system more than the story and the characters. I like certain characters a good bit, and I thought the story was pretty good. A little weird, but Final Fantasy stories are always weird, so, you know, I'm kind of okay with that. It's very anime. I hated 12. I straight up did not finish 12. It's the only game, Final Fantasy game I've played that I didn't finish because I hated it. I hated the combat, I hated the characters. Well, okay, I hated the characters in as far as I got. And even though there seemed to be a lot of interesting political stuff going on in the game, I just couldn't make myself care. And Final Fantasy 13 was a game that I enjoyed the combats, like somewhat, but hated the character. Well, hated almost all the characters, and hated the story because the story was so bad. So that's kind of my viewpoint on the Final Fantasy games I have played. Idorino, that's right, Illusion. Am I getting 15 when it comes out? Probably, because the combat looks fun. The story might be dumb as heck, but I will, you know, read more about it as it comes closer and watch gameplay videos and stuff to see if I want to buy it when it comes out, but I'm sure I'll play it. You like the more Dark Souls games? I like Dark Souls a lot, Zoro, but I'm so bad at them. Like, so bad at them. I actually haven't completed any of the Souls games because I'm a scrub. But, yes, I like them a lot. Like, even though I'm so bad that I can't beat them, I've watched, like, lots of people play them, and I, even to this day, I still watch Dark Souls 2, and Bloodborne stuff. So, it's a weird thing where I'm a fan of that series despite not playing much of it. So, yeah. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm about to level up. Let's go ahead and play the event song. Okay, let me turn up the volume here just a tad. I hope this doesn't come through too much on the microphone, but I kind of need to hear this song a little more since I have not played it. But yeah, Final Fantasy XV's combat looks really cool. I just hope that it's really smooth in terms of it's tight in the controls, you know? Like that's, oh geez. That's my biggest worry about the game. I'm really excited about The Witcher 3. That's kind of like the next big game that I'm really excited for. I didn't like Witcher 1 all that much, but I liked Witcher 2 a whole lot. So I'm really excited for Witcher 3, because I feel like CD Projekt Red, the people who make, you know, the Witcher series, I feel like they really, like, learn a lot from each game. So, like, after The Witcher 2, which I already felt was a really good game, I mean, they still had room for improvement, for sure, but every game does, But, you know, I'm excited to see what they can do. Sounds like a really cool experience. Wow, that was tricky. Oh, messed it up. There goes the S combo. Yeah, there isn't that many games that I can think of off the top of my head that I'm really excited for this year, in terms of, you know, more traditional games, I guess. We already talked about visual novels a little bit, but, like The Witcher 3 and, Persona 5, I'm really excited for. And, there's a game that I don't necessarily know if I'd say I'm excited for it, in terms of, like, I know that, or rather, I have high expectations for it, but I'm looking forward to the release of a Korean rhythm MMO called Music Man Online. I know it's a retarded name, but I've just been getting more and more back into rhythm games, like, over this past year. So, and, like, social rhythm games, like this one, it's been kind of like what I've enjoyed about this game more than anything is, you know, the events are all the more fun because there's other people involved, and you know, you might have to go out of your way to get involved in the community a little bit, or you know, stream on Twitch or anything like that. But it's more fun that way, and you know, to put it in kind of an MMO format, though I don't know too much what to expect from it, sounds like it could be a lot of fun. And there's going to be a lot of different modes in... Oh, jeez, I suck. There's going to be a lot of different modes in the game that kind of simulate numerous types of rhythm games. So I probably should stop talking during this song, because this is actually the event song. And I need to do well on this to get points. I'm probably not going to get Bloodborne, Zoro, no. It's a pretty easy decision for me because I don't have a PS4. I'm sure I will get a PS4 at some point, but hey, look at that. I've got 100 LP. I'm now rank 150. Huzzah! 100 LP. It's actually quite a monumental event, to be honest. Still not an S combo, but that's okay. Look at that, 100 LP. How awesome is that? But yeah, I probably won't get it because I don't have a PS4, but I will get one eventually. I doubt I'll even get one then, though, just because... Actually, I'm just going to level up my Maki a little bit. But because I'm so bad at those games, like, they tend to frustrate me more than I have fun when I play them. I actually enjoy those games more when I watch them. So, I know it's kind of a weird thing, but it's kind of what I found with the Souls series in general, that I actually prefer to watch them than to play them. So, yeah. And the events of these games, or this game rather, there's numerous types. Like the kind that's going on right now that I'm playing is an event for one of the idols named Hanayo. You see, as the beats are flying by here, sometimes there's these little rice bowls, like right there. This is a token collection event, and those rice bowls in this event are tokens. You collect the rice bowl tokens, and you can use those tokens in order to play the event song, which requires a certain number of tokens to play. The song that I just played before this one, that was the event song. And by playing the event song, you get a lot of event points that sort of are, you know, calculated towards your score in this event, which are ranked against players all over, well, in this case, in the English servers, I guess. I'm about to say in America, but, you know, just like how I play on the Japanese server as well. There's people from all over who do get on and play, you know, on the English servers, but I digress. And as a result, you can get a special super rare card for getting enough events in this, or rather enough points in this event. And if you rank well, meaning that you're in the top, like, what is it, 800 now, I think, for Tier 1, and like 3,000 for Tier 2. Anyway, if you're within that range in terms of the number of players who are competing in the event, then you get even more bonuses. So if you're Tier 2, you'll get a second super rare card of the same Hanayo card, which you can then idolize to make a more powerful version with different cover art for your card. And if you're Tier 1, you will get a third one, which means that you can idolize one and also have the original super rare card to use, or if you prefer, that's more high level. But anyway, you can increase the skill of your idolized version with the other one. So, you know, it's kind of a something to work towards in these events, though a lot of people kind of consider them almost like competitions with other players, or, you know, they make goals for themselves. Like in the last event, there was a player called BB Senpai who was going for 1 million points, and he did it. He played 16 hours a day for 9 days and achieved 1 million points. And in this event, there is a streamer, actually, called Umida. I don't know if he's streaming right now. I think he was either sleeping or taking an exam when I checked before I started streaming. I assume he's not streaming now yet. But anyway, he's also streaming during this event, and he's also got a lofty goal in terms of points. So, you know, there's hardcores like that who make their own goals. Is this an actual idol group? Yes, the idol group is called Muse, but it's a thing where the voice actresses are the group, so, you know, kind of like, obviously they're not these characters. It's not like they just made animated versions of the idols, the actual idols from the group, but anyway, the voice actresses, you know, they make up this group, and they do live performances and stuff, so, you know, it's kind of neat. You can actually find some of that stuff around on the internet. There's even, like, cosplay groups who, you know, who cosplay as the members of Muse, and then do PBs. I forget the name of the one that I like most, but what do they do? It's not Shiranai level, Shiete level, but anyway, they did one song. I just thought their performance was so good. It's one of the songs where Nico is the center. It's like we're going do 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 it's that song. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember the tune. Anyway, this cosplay group did a performance of that song, and I just loved it. Thought it was great. So, yeah. Man, I'm just doing terrible now. Can't even full combo this song, which I've played like 50 times now. But the good thing about a game like this, in terms of it being a rhythm game, but, you know, being, you know, sort of a social rhythm game, if they call it, or whatever, but, is that it's constantly evolving, kind of like an MMO. You know, they're always introducing new cards, and there's always, you know, events like this to kind of, you know, work towards if you enjoy playing the game like I do. It's not like the game is, you know, it's like, it's out, you know, maybe they put out 1 or 2 DLC packs, and then that's it. You know, there's just a constant stream of new stuff, which I enjoy a lot, and it's kind of one of the things that's kept me interested in this game. How do you play for 16 hours a day? You'll have to ask BB Senpai that question. He was in Umida's chat earlier, so I don't know if he is now, but he did it, legit. I went into his stream many times, and he was in mine a few times. But yeah, he did it. He got 1 million points in the event, too. He's a maniac. Okay, let's see. What time is it? 7:30, dang. Okay, I'll stream for like another half hour. I'll call it at 8 o'clock, I think. my gosh. That was so sloppy. And that was worse. I do like this song, actually. I like the song, but I enjoy the beat map to the song even more than I like the song. The beat map meaning, you know, the steps that I'm pressing on the touchpad. I feel like they got some really good steps to this song. They're a lot of fun to play. Hey, look at that, 60 times. That means I'm halfway there. Gotta play it 60 more. And then after that, what other songs actually are coming in the event? Let's go ahead and notice this. What's the other song? Oh wait, this isn't gonna tell me. What am I doing? It's under here. That'll tell me. Okay, no brand girls. Okay, that'll be fun. So after I complete Sweet and Sweet Holiday, I'll move on to probably playing No Brand Girls. I probably won't worry about S-combo or triple S-ing Takaramanos. Like I said, I don't really like that song anyway. But, you know, I'm splitting it up. It's not like I'm playing Sweet and Sweet Holiday 120 times today. You know, I'll play it, you know, a few more times for the stream, and maybe I'll play it once or twice more before I go to sleep with, you know, any LP that I have, and that'll be it. But I will play it more tomorrow. If I didn't enjoy sort of the touchscreen play of this game so much, I know I would have gotten bored of it. But it's so tactile to me, you know? There's a lot of games that's, you know, using a phone or, you know, like this, I'm playing on an iPad, you know, using a tablet for, are so, you know, they just don't work for it, they're not right. But a game like this is perfect, it's just perfect. So, you know, they definitely got the control scheme down. Because it's a game that's, you know, all about precision touch. According to your rhythm. But yeah, like, I'm burned out after playing this game for like 3 hours, you know, streaming it, so I can't even imagine playing it for 16. Never mind playing it for 16 hours a day, 9 days in a row. Not to mention I couldn't afford that. Love gems don't grow on trees. I say as I use another love gem. Come on. I need a pure team. I mean, I guess I don't need one, but... I really could just go ahead and grab like a smile team or a cool team, and I'm sure I could still S-combo, or not necessarily S-combo, but S-score it, as long as I didn't just, you know, mess up twice and like a third of the way through the song, you know, each time. That would probably make me not get an S. But my pure team is, you know, if not my strongest, then definitely my second strongest team. My cool team is my weak team. I mean, it's no whale teams, but they're not bad. There's at least no rares in my teams. Which there shouldn't be after playing for almost a year. That would not be good. I'm always sad, even now, like pushing out a super rare out of my team when I get a stronger card. Like, oh man. Guess I'll never use you again, you know, that kind of thing. Then they just sit on the bench forever on my, let's call it my collection bin or whatever. Because I'm a pack rat and I don't throw anything that I don't have a copy of away. That includes like alpacas and the attribute teachers. I mess up that part every time now. But yeah, I even have one of each of those. Just have an alpaca and the teachers all just hanging. Even though they serve no purpose on your teams. Like, they're in my collection, dang it. I wonder if I'll even go back and play this. On hard, I mean. I might not. I might if I triple S basically the EX version of the song, and I manage to S combo the random version of the song. Because that's my goal, is to complete those two things with the, you know, the EX versions of the song. If I complete both of those, maybe I'll go back to the hard version and try to S combo it, but otherwise, I don't even know if I'll bother, to be honest. Like, it kind of bugs me a little bit that, you know, I have an A combo sitting there, but on the other hand, I'm like, it's an Abyss song. It'll come around to the hits eventually, and, you know, my very, very, very minor OCD, let's call it LCD. That's something entirely different, but it won't be bothered. Let's just go with the cool card. The cool friend, that is. I don't think I should have trouble even. Can't speak anymore. I need to drink something. But I don't think I'll have trouble getting an S score in this song. Have fun, Zora. I need to drink something for sure. Can't even say alright. Okay, I should be good now. See you later, Zora. Have a happy holiday. Thanks, Zora. I was off of work today, so, you know. Technically, that does apply. Okay. More sweet and sweet holiday. Chocorato oishii. You said it, Shizuku. Have a happy holiday, happy holiday. Blah 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 blah. I don't speak Japanese. Happy holiday, happy holiday. Blah 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 blah. La la la. Actually, go and get rid of you. By the time I'm done, no one will want to hear this song ever again. It's a good one. I like the song, but I prefer the beat map steps. I know I said this before, but I think I like the drum roll steps more than anything. You know, the back and forth, the tap tap tap. I think that this is a song that you won't have trouble with once you do get the phone. You know, if you get the phone. Because this song really isn't tough if you're playing with your fingers, you know? Like, the hardest parts are, the drum beats, like that, but towards the end of the song, when they're just back and forth, and there's like a whole beat at the end, in my opinion. That's the part I have trouble with anyway. Other than that, it's really just kind of picking out the double beats occasionally from the single steps. Other than that, there's really nothing tricky to it, in my opinion. Of course, the keyboard is a whole different beast. If I tried to play this on keyboard, I would just, die in the first 10 seconds of the song if I made it that long. So, I feel your pain. But I really do think you'll do just fine once you switch over to the proper way that the game is meant to be played. Because I know that, you know, you have rhythm. That's not in question. I had some friends in high school, one in particular, who had like no rhythm at all. Because my little clique, you know, in high school, we played DDR a lot because I had, you know, some of those foam dance pads, and you know, even then I was really into rhythm games and stuff. So, you know, I got decent at the game. I'm not gonna say I was good because I wasn't, like, compared to some of the maniacs out there, but you know, I could complete a lot of hard songs. It wasn't until you got up into the max songs and that kind of thing that I couldn't do them. But yeah, you have rhythm. It's just a matter of the keyboard. So you'll get it, man. I know you'll get it. Of course, you can pass that one, right? Like, it's not a matter of you failing, it's just a matter of you can't full combo it. Oh, thanks for the follow, Mia Nico. And, R-Respite, or R-Respite, and Thomas Earl Parker. Thank you all for the follows. I don't have any kind of alert like Shizuku, I just kind of check my phone. So apologies if I, you know, I missed you while you were here. Gotta hoard those friend points, you know. Funny thing is, even though the new rares have been released, I haven't used any of my friend points. And at this point, I think I might just wait until like the next pair of rares are released. Just because I'm like, I don't really feel like going through and making the space. I mean, it's not like they're going anywhere, you know. It's kind of my thoughts on it. So I might just hoard my friend points for a while longer. I don't even know how many I have at this point. A good many. For a long time, though, I just used my friend points whenever I got them. But I have been hoarding them for, you know, quite a few months now. I think it might have been since November or December? I think. I'm not real confident about that. Might have even been longer, but... Not that friend points or anything to sweat about, mind you. Oh, I don't know what I was doing there. It's like my left hand just assumed I'd already hit the, you know, the higher beat there and just moved on to the next one. Hey there, Weebarashu, Mia Nico, and Mac. How are y'all doing? Fight me, Mac, by the way. Fight me in the token event. I don't know how, but fight me right now. Bye, Coco. I'm not actually ditching Coco, I'm just sending her to Owl through the ether. That's what's happening here. I know that feel. Weebaratashu? No, I can read your name. Weeb Tarashu, that's it. Weeb Tarashu. I'm blind, so I have to lean in close. Look at that, we got the Onichans in here. Mac and Shizuku. Oh yeah. If you're under the age of 18, you might want to step out. Not really. I'm just going by what, you know, Mac's profile told me, that's all. 2 Onichan's going at it. That was sloppy as hell, but I'll take it. Like I just kind of slammed my fingers down and hope for the best. Like it was a double beat, but it was, you know, the drum rolls. Oh, like a prophet there. I knew that was coming. I just kind of froze up on that part because it's the part that usually gets me. Like my fingers were like, oh no! Self-fulfilling prophecy, that. I bet you are, Shizuku. Tired, I mean, after 14 hours of streaming. Stream housekeeping, what does that entail? Only Shi-san could go at it for 14 hours. That's right, Mac. Okay, I got it right. Good deal. Yeah, I don't know anything about that game. The Danganronpa. Like, I saw someone once playing it on YouTube, and it looked like some kind of weird visual novel thingy, but... yeah, I don't know anything about it. Cool, Shizuku. I should be around again tomorrow, so maybe I'll catch some of your medley events with Kotori. Ah, we'll get it all eventually, Weeb Tarashu. It's just a matter of time. We won't, you know, get to where the Japanese version is for an entire year. Of course, granted, we don't get the, like, special promotional stuff for, like, everything you see me using. I'm sure we won't get the, you know, the movie promotional stuff, so they do get more than we do. That's true, but... updating your Google Docs, bot overlays, and donations. Jeez. I just stream, and then when I'm done, I just walk away. It's a difference in dedication between us, Shizuku. I'm trying to think which Pure song you're talking about, though, Shizuku. It's not Pure Girls Project, right? Like, I know that one gives you trouble, but you can beat it. Oh yeah, you're talking about, Yume no Tobira, or something? It's the song that they play in the anime. Well, I guess I won't spoil it, but on the rooftop. Arise's rooftop. Sounds good, Shizuku. Thanks for dropping in, I appreciate it. Yeah, that song is hard, man. It surprised me. The really weird triple beats on each side threw me off a lot the first time I played it. It's got a lot of velocity to that song. If those two are together, it's doomed for you. Yeah, I hear ya. So I'm curious where you stand in terms of the bonuses that you choose, Shizuku, and you too, Mac, since I know that you play the Medley Festival. What's kind of your go-tos when you're playing some songs? I think everybody does the plus experience and the plus event bonus points, right? Like, do you have a third one that you go to, or do you sometimes go to, or... Because for me, I've been kind of enjoying getting some of the, they're not really perfect locks, but, you know, like the fail-safes, or if you get a good, bad, or, yeah, a good or a bad, I think, that it'll turn it into a perfect, you know, 5 times, I think it is, if you pay 50,000 gold. Because, you know, when I play 3 expert songs, the chance is very high that, you know, I'm going to screw up and have those help me out some. Granted, the chances are also pretty high that I'm just going to miss a beat and screw up my combo, or miss more than 5, or get more than 5 goods, or, you know, whatever. That's happened to me numerous times, but I am liking that bonus, because it's helping me get a higher combo bonus on some songs, or, you know, over the whole festival play, which in turn gives me more event points, and, you know, occasionally warrants a better reward as well. Oh my god. And I'll read chat as soon as this song is over. I'm just kind of running through the motions of this song. It's easy to tell. Like, look at that shit. Look at how bad I did. I didn't even deserve the S score on that one. Doom 1 or Doom 2? I don't understand. You only pick event points and stamina. Oh, plus stamina. Okay. Okay, so you don't get the plus experience bonus. Okay. Can't beat some trios without the stamina replenishment. I gotcha. Makes sense. Have you had any more problems with your, you know, your game not responding properly? Like yesterday? With the keyboard, I mean. Obviously, I mean with the keyboard. Let me feed a few of these idols to Maki while I'm here. She might get another level out of it. I'm not sure, you've only played a few songs. I gotcha. $57. Getting close. What time is it? Okay, this will probably be my last song, actually. Because it is about 8 o'clock. And I do need to head off here. So one more Sweet and Sweet Holiday. I am kind of hoarding my event points for the EX version of the song. I guess tomorrow will be the test, huh? As long as you don't hit into window R, it should be fine. Yeah. Hopefully that is not a thing. So R is obviously one of the keys that you use to play the game, right? It's just a matter of you accidentally hitting the window button, I guess? With the side of your hand or something? You know, in theory, I guess, anyway. Oh my god. I can't play anymore, guys. I guess it's good I'm ending the stream. I think I've reached Sweet and Sweet Holiday saturation. It's just too sweet for me, man. I'm over here getting cavities. I've been eating too much candy with Hanayo. She's so hungry, you know, I had to keep her company. What else was I to do? Could you just walk away? I bet you could. palm hits window if you slam to it. I gotcha. Makes sense. Alright, well I know that wasn't a super long stream, but, you know, almost 2 hours. So it's something, right? But yeah, that is where I'm going to end it for tonight. So, appreciate you guys stopping in. Watch me play a little bit of the Hanayo event. Oh, how many tokens do I have? 963. I need many, many, many more. But that will be over the next, just like, 8 days. So. Oh, Omi Franker's emote. Awesome, Mac. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, that's it for me for today. You guys take it easy. See you next time.